Now we're going to start the painting. Where are we going to start? Let's put some color inside the face here first, and then we can decide how we're going to use the background to relax the painting. We're going to use the 1-inch flat brush. Okay, what color is it? That definitely have yellow in it. Take the yellow color. And definitely have red color in it. That make into the orange color. And then maybe have a little bit blue color, especially inside the shadow area. So the first step we're going to do, we're going to separate the light side and the shadow side. Okay, looks like I have a little bit more red. All you need to think about is the big color relationship. It's a little bit too much color, so it's good. Like that. Looking for the similarity. Like inside the ear over here, it's very similar color. And coming to the face over here, you don't need to think about the eye or the nose or the face. Just think about what is the big area that they can be considered as the light side and connect together. Like over here, everything within the similar color. Okay, now I'm going to come into the neck, the body. Here you go. They're all the similar color. Now coming to the shadow side, you have a little bit more blue color. And now the shoulder over here. Like that. And now I'm going to start adding some blue color. Take a little Prussian blue, mix it into the color. Now it become a little bit more gray. I even have a little bit more blue. It feels like a little bit blue. Okay, that's just good. Now I'm gonna come in over here. Now getting into there. And inside the eye over here also in that color too. So looking for the bigger relationship, bigger connection. And don't be afraid of it. Just put the color in and we can adjust it. We can change it later on. Okay, also over here, a little bit more of this color. Okay, usually use the large brush, and they can be used as a small brush by using the corner, just the corner of the brush. This is good. That's the first step. And now I'm going to use smaller brush coming into, not yet. Let's continue building some color into the hair. So yellow color has some red color. Here you go. That's a little lighter for the hair, like that. Feels like a little bit gold. Inside over here should be darker. Put this color first, and on the other side, because closer to the lighting, so I can use a little bit more red color. Okay, here you go. Like that. That's good. Tip a little color in that. Okay, like that. It's good. Now I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to use this small calligraphy brush. And many people ask me, how did you get that brush? How do you get this brush? This brush, this brand, is not available in the US, in the North America, but it's available in China. I would have some of them imported from China, and I will have them available because a small quantity first going available for members of Enjoying Art on Patreon. Always grateful and thank you for the people learning with me, interact with me. Okay, like that, and have a little bit more red. And a little bit orange. Like that. Small enough so I can do small portrait. Okay, right over here. A little bit darker. Okay, this is good. So the colors start settling, but it also create some watermark. So, but that could be fine. Right now, still a little bit wet, so I'm not gonna get into that color yet. So I'm gonna take the red shade, or the red shade blue, and put this color into the flower. The red shade blue is the red shade Windsor blue color. And the Prussian blue is more as a green shade blue color. I'm gonna continue onto this side. It has two pearl, so I'm gonna leave the Y shape for now, like this. Okay, continue. As we're doing this, the face getting drier and drier. Usually watercolor in the regular condition, it would dry like within 6 or 7 minutes. So be patient, I'll be fine. And also when this is wet, the color all merge into each other. So maybe a little difficult to do the definition. So don't need to rush into try to finish a painting in one step. You just come back to do the next step. Okay, like this. That will be fine. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to take this a little bit darker color and into the shadow area right over here. Now looking for the structure. Try to create a structure. Okay, the corner of the eye and the lower eyelid. Think about how you can create a structure. Now think about is coming toward the shadow area on this side. I'm gonna have a little bit more blue color. Squint your eye. As you can see how dark that's supposed to be. Okay, sometimes I want you to make it even darker. I'm gonna get a little bit more blue color in here. Okay, squint my eye. It's gonna see the shadow side. Divide into the nose into two areas. Okay. And when you squint your eye, you see the whole eye over here actually inside the shape of the shadow side. This is a very important step. I want you to be brave and just looking for, sometimes you need to exaggerate a little more about the shadow side, the value. And in fact, after it's dry and it's not that actually dark. Okay, coming like this. This is very important, not just watercolor, in any medium. Like this. Good. And coming to the neck over here. Now coming to on this side, feel the color Here you go. Need to be a bit darker. And outside over here have a little bit warmer, so get a little bit orange color in here. So think about the shape like that. This is very, very crucial. I'm going to take this color coming to the neck. Like this. Now I'm going to use the water, soften a little bit. Got a little bit yellow, a little red. Here you go. Now I'm going to extend the color, a little bit more water. Extend the color a little bit, and the neck very much look like a cylinder, right? Okay, that's good. Now come to the side over here, and have a little blue color. And the side over here, looking for shapes, not the detail yet. Shape, shape, shape. It's very important. Okay, now I'm going to just use the water. Now I'm going to do a little softening. Okay, softening. Soften the edge. Okay, a little bit soften on this side. See, that's probably in the right location, so soften that a little bit. If we need to change it, we always can change it again later. Okay, coming in over here. Now I'm looking for, in the middle here, I have a little shape, a little like a small triangle, like that. This can also a little bit softer, like that. And I can have a little color also into the lip, so I can show the darker. Try to create a structure. That's the step for the structure. And sometimes takes a few steps to do that. I'm gonna just use the water to make the nose here in the middle, make a little softer. Like that. Okay, soften that a little bit. And then coming onto this side, soften a little bit, like that. Just use the water. Now coming to the forehead. Now you can see the face a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay, come to the forehead with this color. Okay, that's good. Leave the color coming up like this, and we also can lift up the color or lighten the color a little bit later. Okay, that's good. And on the lower eyelid, I'm going to soften that a little bit. Okay, very easy. It's not difficult at all. Okay, now I'm going to take this color and connect the transition on the forehead. Okay, now lift up anything left over. Now I'm going to come into the ear. The ear, the overall, it have a little bit more red. So before I put the detail, I'm going to just put this red color, light red color in here first. Like this. And a shape under here. Like that. That's good. Now this is the foundation of the next step. Can be a little bit lighter. Okay. When you get to this step, it thinks actually the overall colors on the face and is very much define, I'm going to have this a little bit softer. The new color actually could push the old color around and have a little bit more blue color. This is to catch the shadow. This color may be a little bit too much, but it's okay. Sometimes we need to exaggerate a bit. And I can also have a little bit detail. Don't have to give too much. Sometimes just a little bit suggestions. Good enough. Like that. Okay, the structure is not finished yet. We are going through a few more steps. Now over here, I can set a little bit color in here. Sometimes when you do that one, it's a little bit wet. Like this. Set a little color. Looking for shape. Okay, that's good. For now, that looks good. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to look into the background. Let the face dry a little bit more. And I'm going to come back with this large brush. Thinking about the reference, the outside just light blue colors. I maybe start from the light blue. A little bit more as a pleasant blue. Okay, start with this color. And at least I don't want the outside just pure white. It actually a little bit too pale to me. Okay, the edge, I can actually remove some color right now. You see how easy I can remove the color, at least soften the color on the face. Okay. Now at the bottom, I'm going to make it a little bit darker, maybe a little purplish. Take a little red color. Okay, that's alright. Like that, a little bit darker. Wet into wet. Okay, maybe just get a little blue colors and maybe make this transition a little bit softer, like that. So now the background has something, and we're gonna let it dry and come back later. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit, the color get into the ear. Just let go the, that's good, that's okay. Now take out this color. Now I'm going to let it dry. Now the paper already dried. Now I come back to do the next step with adjustment. Adjustments is very important. We're adjusting the color, and as well as we're going to correcting some of the details and the value, and then we're going to work into the next step and finish up the details. Okay, now I'm going to continue moving the blue color that get into the ear. Now a little bit better now. Okay, that's one. The other thing is, over here I'm going to soften this transition. This step is very, very, very critical. And every painting in the process, the artist need to feel somehow a little bit struggle. And our struggle sounds like very negative, but it actually that's how we create art. If you have no struggles, you are not fighting for something that uncomfortable in the past, and now you can progress into the next step. Okay, I'm gonna lift up the color over here. I don't really need to go for the photorealistic effect. Just at the process of correcting, you are going to more and more inject your personal feeling into the painting. And now I'm gonna remove the texture over here. It's very easy. Just let it go so we can get a better color in here. Okay. Now the transition's much better now. Okay. I'm looking for the whole lower face over here have a little bit more red. Now I'm going to start adding the color in here. It looks like this is a little bit the background here uneven, so I'm going to actually make the background here one more time. Remove those texture. The paper I'm using is Artist Cold Press watercolor paper. That's fine. To make it a little bit lighter over here. Okay, now I'm gonna make a little bit red color, a little yellow, more like an orange. There you go. Now what I want to do, I'm gonna make the lower part of the face a little bit darker. Okay, let's see. And let's see. Now let go some color. I'm gonna use the leftover here. And also the bottom of the nose has a little bit more red. Okay, just put it right here. Like that. That's good. Of course, the mouth have more red. I can do that later. Okay, under here, a little bit warmer. Now coming to the neck. On this side, looks like the light side looks a little bit more red in here. Like that. And I also see up here has a little bit more red color too. That's called adjustment. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to use a little bit orange color. And then here over here. Looking for bigger relationship, bigger connection. Okay, like this. Don't look at smaller area. Okay. Use the side of this brush so you can remove some color much easier. Okay. Now when you look at the shadow side, this is not that dark, right? You see that? I almost want to even get some even darker color in it. I'm going to soften the outside over here, the edge, make it a little bit lighter. So after you have the structure showing properly, and then you go into the detail, and we're just going to work. And now I'm going to also lift up a little color on the upper eyelid. Shadow side of the face, it definitely is not dark enough. So especially the lower part over here. So we're working into the smaller areas in the shadow side, as well as the light side too. So now what I want to do, get a little bit red color, a little yellow color. I only use the 3 primary colors most of the time. And that is the Windsor yellow, Windsor red, and Present blue. Okay. I'm going to still looking for the bigger relationship. Like say the nostril over here, I'm going to put shape a little bit darker right over here. And the lower part over here is a little bit darker. In fact, I'm going to make the color has a little bit more blue and mix it in here. Now I'm going to start make this whole area down over here a little bit darker. Okay, like that. And also seeing in this whole area a little bit darker. You may be thinking about, oh, stop, it's too dark. It's not exactly too dark. It actually probably just right, and maybe not dark enough. Like this. And on the side of the nose, and that actually have a little bit more blue color in the corner of the mouth, like this. Now I'm gonna add a little blue color, also a little yellow color, looks like a little bit green color. I'm gonna take this color, here you go. I'm gonna come in painting around the eye, like this. Squint your eye. Okay, now add a little bit more water. There you go. Let's connect the color together. Connect that color together. Like that. So if you can follow me, that's great. Just looking for the shape, the connection. If you keep looking at the eye, it's going to be, you're not going to be see those shapes. The shape is outside of the eye. Okay. Now I'm going to connect the color over here. And it's a little bit more round. Okay, that's good. Now coming over here, I'm going to get a little bit red color for the mouth. Okay, here you go. Like that. And now gradually coming down over here. Now I make the whole shadow side a little bit darker now. Here you go. Alright. You look at the eye, maybe it looks a little bit scary. It's empty. It's now. There's the space. I leave it. For the hair here. Have some hair over here too. A little bit more red, a little bit warmer, like this. And the edge over here, a little bit darker. It's the shadow. Now, set a little darker color for the hair. Like that. Now, coming to the other side. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. Oh, that's good. Like this. That's good. Looking for the shape, how they connect together. Leaves enough gap. Like this. Okay. Like that. That's good. A little bit darker down over here. A little bit darker over here. Okay, a little bit darker over here. So a little bit darker tone. A little deeper. Now the color getting better and better, and then the painting come together nicer. Like that. Okay, now I'm gonna coming down to the neck. A little bit more red. Okay, here. A little bit darker. There's the middle part of the neck. Now coming to the other side, have a little bit more blue colors, right? So in your mind, there's always thinking about red, yellow, and blue. The three colors that we use to mix all colors. Okay, look like that. That's good. That's the edge of the neck, like right over here. Okay. Now I'm going to use just the orange color, connect to the lighter area. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to use water. Let's make it a little bit lighter. That's it. Now the painting have better shape. Now what I want to do when I take this color and with this mix together for this shape. And also here. I'm gonna use the water softly, blend it like this. Good. Also this color and coming up, express in here too. Okay. Now I'm gonna let this set a little bit. Now I'm coming into the ear. I'm gonna take the red color mixed with in here. That's more, almost like a warm brown color. Okay. Now I think it's more orange. Get a little bit yellow in here. That's That's good. Now let's see, what's the biggest shape in the ear? Right over here. That's good. Like that. And then have a little bit more yellow, a little bit brighter, basically. And a little bit red. Okay. A little bit, just a little color. Set this triangle in here. Like that. Okay, like this. And then, there you go. There's the bottom. That's good. And the E over here need to be even darker. But we do that later. And I soften that a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna leave the ear alone. Just get a little red color. This is very subtle, but this help to create illusions of the hair on the forehead. Like that. That's just good. And you see the color. You also want to see how dark is the color. Okay. I'm gonna let go. Just a little soft color like that. Connect that down here. It's very important. Not just color, the value of the color. Very important. Okay, like that. Enough suggestions. Keep thinking about suggestion. A little bit colder color. A little bit like a blue on this side. That's good. Now we'll come back to have a little brighter blue color. And continue the shape of the flower. When you paint the dark color on the outside around, you always help to shape the light color inside. Like that. It's good. And on this side, the flower considers a little bit farther away. Here, the bottom here, much darker. That's good. Now that's improvement. Now come back to the face. You see that's how I rotate it. And from one place to the other place, maybe here first. A little color over here. Help to define this a little bit better. That's good. Like that. And on this side, I think the color already dried. So I'm going to come back with the large brush. What I want, I'm going to continue making this side has a little bit more yellow. Yeah. Over here, I'm going to make this side a little bit darker. Continue. Big connections. And I just keep looking at, oh, the eye, the nose, the mouth. There's only small part of it. Okay, over here. Coming over here. Okay. And this big brush is very good with lifting color, change color, modify the edges. Sometimes when you think about the painting is finished, it's just halfway there. So I'm gonna squint your eye. You can see how dark is the front over here, right? As compared to the top over here, you can see the difference. And the nose over here, I'm gonna soften that a little bit. Just use the corner of this brush. With the lifting, and create much suggestion. And on this side, I'm going to lift up a little color too, have some reflected light. And as well as I'm going to lift up the color over here. When you try to create reflected light in some area in the shadow, using lifting, it's actually the best technique, best process, because it appears to be very soft. That's good. Now a little bit softer, a little bit lighter over there. Okay. It looks like this. I can remove some texture. Okay, like this. And this corner of the nose, lift up and remove some color. And after we come back to give a little color on the side, outside the side of the nose, the transition much better. Okay, now it looks like I need to get more red color, and about down over here, and coming all the way to the bottom here. Keep adjusting and be patient. Like this. Just think about the whole face is a ball shape or the egg shape. This almost the same value coming down over here, so I'm gonna make it softer, connect down over here. That's good. Now at this point, I'm gonna make the outside a little bit darker, so shoulder. Okay, I'm gonna take this color. Doesn't need to be very dark. A little bit contrast, it will show it. That's good. And on the other side, I'm going to leave it like that. That's fine. Here's the water, spread it. That's good. Now that's good. Now looking at the face, it's getting better and better, closer and closer to what we want as a very turning, as a good form. Okay, make the corner over here a little big. softer. Now I'm going to settle the color inside the eye. Now I come back to use this small calligraphy brush because it's so tiny small and so sharp. It's really easy to get into a smaller area. Okay, I'm gonna first have a little bit brown colors for the eye line, but it's not really that dark. Okay, come here. First, you can see it. Corner of the eye. It's good. And the top over here. Also, that's good. And come to the other side. Looks like a little bit darker, a little bit more blue too. Okay, come over here. The corner of the eye. Look, analyze it, and then do it. The corner coming over here. It can be a little bit darker, but it's okay for now. Okay, under and the lower eyelid has a little bit darker color, a little warm color. And maybe at the same time over here, I'm going to add a little bit. See a little shape over here, like that. We need to add that too. Those also small structure. And now come to the top over there. And a little bit more red. A little bit yellow. It's so easy for the mixing color. Just keep thinking about a little bit more red, a little bit more yellow. You can get it. Okay, like that. And the top over here, see this? Like that. That's good. A little more in here. Now, I'm going to spread that a little bit. Looks like in the top over here. I'm going to use the 1-inch brush, wet it, make it a little softer. Now, this should be a little bit lower. Like that. It's a little bit suggestion. That's fine. You don't need to overdo it. That's good. That. Very nice. Okay, let's continue onto the iris. And let's see. Oh, on the other side, also need to do the lower eyelid too. Like this. That's good. Now, look in the iris. What color is it? A little bit green color. Get a little yellow into this. That's good. Now, it's very critical and very easy too. And like that, looking at it, it's just like a circle. Okay, like that. Should be a little bit bigger. That's good. Now, looking for where's the highlight. The highlight's right here. The highlight not usually at the top. It actually the top, all the way top, it actually has cast shadow from the eyelid. Now I have the iris here. Now I keep the same, but a little bit darker. Okay, right here. Now you can see it's how easy. So you don't need to rush to the easy job. Do the hard job first. Iris right over here. Like this. Filled in this with the same color. Maybe a little bit lighter first and get darker later. Okay. Like this. This color first. Okay, come back to the eye later. Okay. Now I'm gonna come in to get a little bit more red color into the brown, and here you go. Into the nostril area. A little bit more red. Right over here. Looking for the shape. A little smaller shape. Like that. I don't want you to think it's a nose. It's not really helpful when you think about a nose. Okay, the nostril over here. I'll take care of the smaller shape over here a little bit later. Now, what I want to do, I'm gonna working into the corner of the mouth, and this is the color. And here you go. Right over here. Like that. Okay. In this corner. And on this side. Okay. The color get into here because I remove too much color and the paper's not ready. I'm gonna push the color outside. I'm gonna do that another time. Now I come back to the 1-inch brush. I'm gonna do a little bit more onto this cheek. And I think they have more red color. Just the red, maybe too much. Tap tap, make it a little bit more even. Here, I'm going to blend the color. Like this. A little bit more red. That's good. And I'm going to shape the neck away over here and come in a little bit. Like that. That's better. Alright, and looking at this side, I'm going to soften that. It's in the right place, but I think it's too sharp. And the shoulder over here has a little bit lighter. Okay. And the top over here, I'm gonna lift it up a little bit, suggest that they're actually in the right place, in the wrong place. I'm gonna use this fibrous shape synthetic hair brush. I have this brush link in my material page. Just go to enjoyingart. At the bottom of the home page, it's very short home page. It's just click on the materials and tools, and you can see the direct link to the materials. Now that's good. It just suggests the hair here. A little bit softer here. You see that little line over there suggesting that actually is briquette. And by the way, the gold members review is under production. So in the next couple days, we're gonna have the review video for the progress of your progress. Okay, that's good. Now, little thing that you do going toward the final look that you're looking for. Be persistent. It will be fine. Okay. Now I'm gonna come back. If I do that, I'm gonna shrink the mouth over here a little bit too much onto this side. I'm gonna remove the color. I'm gonna reapply the color later. Also, this a little bit lighter. And a little bit light over here too. Okay, now I'm going to take this time coming to the neck and take this color. There you go. There you go. Now create more definitions, more contrast to the chin. Have a little red color and a little yellow too. Okay, now let's come back to finish the painting. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit red yellow color, red orange color coming over here and give it another shape over here. You see, you don't have to do that one time. You can separate that into different timing. That's the ear. And then I'm going to set a little bit catch the shadow with this color over here. A little bit. That's it, like that. That's good. Let's set a little, clear a little bit on the nose. And take this warm brown color, okay, right over here. Here you go. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit lighter of this color. Now paint it around the nose. Just think about the color, the shape. That's good. Now the nose is much clearer. Now coming to the corner over here. Prepare that with this color, and we're going to add the darker color after. Okay, now the lip over here is already dried, so I'm going to just take the red color, not a solid red, just a little red color. Now let's see where it's supposed to. Right over here. That's better, like that. Coming up, coming to this side, and a little bit more red in the middle. A little more red. Okay, set the color. We'll come back to that a little bit later. Now I'll come back to the eye. I'm going to take this color again. Now come in here. And here you go. Take a look at the color around over here. This a little bit darker. That's good. With this small brush, so sharp, you can do very small painting with a very good clarity. And the pupil, right in the middle over here. And the lower part of the iris, it still need to have different colors. So I do that a little bit later, after this dry. And coming to this side, like this. And the lower part, just do this much for now. Now I'm gonna get a little bit red color. Again, working into the nostril. Okay. That's good. Over here. Like that. And on this side, I'm gonna adjust it here. Move this color and lift up the color. There you go. Like that. And soften the texture so you can see how high the nose is. That's good. Like that. It will soften the transition. That's good. And we can leave up of the color in here. That's very good. Now come back to the eye again. Add the pupil on this side. Right over here. That's good. A little bit darker on the top over here. Around, and I'm gonna get a little bit brown color. Like that. And the corner over here. That. Corner over here. Okay. That's good. Now coming to this side. I'm gonna have a little bit slightly darker color, get a little bit yellow color. And make the lower part a little bit darker. Like that. You see. That's good. Now, working into the eye white. It's not exactly white. It's more like a blue-gray color. So I'm going to take this color and fill it in over here. That. And on the other side, also have a little bit more blue color. This. So as you see, when we're painting the shadow side, and then we need to add a little bit just white. Okay, even now I still need to make some darker color into it, right? So over here, I'm gonna add a little warm color in here. You can see a little warmer color, and then the corner, the eyelid, like that. In here, even darker. Like this. It's good. And now come to the corner of this side. Always have a little bit red. There's a lot of blood vessel over there. Okay, right over here. That's good. Like that. Okay, now that's good. Now coming to the mouth, and I need to use, don't need to use that much water. This color is good. Think about how dark is it and what color is it. Get a little bit more red. A little blue. Okay. Okay. Now I'm ready. Let's see. Like this. That's the corner. Relate to the eyes too. Okay, that's good. And coming over here. Like this. And then we're going to set the color to the surrounding. right under here, it has a little bit darker. Right under. That's beautiful. Eyelashes right over here. That's good suggestions. Also over here. Like that. Now this lesson is finished.